Alright, now this video is for one of my fans, Mr. Sticky, off of YouTube, one of my subscribers now. He wanted to know why I like Ichigo as a main character, so that's what this video is going to be about. Why I like Ichigo as a main character. Well, first of all, he's your average main character, your average teenager, but at the same time, he's not exactly like most main characters. Something about Ichigo you notice as you go through the arcs of Bleach, Soul Society, Hueco Mundo, Fullbring, now this arc, that he grows every time. But not only does he grow, but he still retains the same flaws, and he can still be, you know, taken down by these flaws. You know, he loses the will to fight every so often when he's like shown something he was shocked to see, stuff like that. And I kind of like that in the character because it's sort of relatable. Because no matter how much you grow as a person, the same flaws can and will pull you down sometimes. It's just how it is. Even if you could develop a lot, you can still be bright. Still have your periods in time where you have some downtime. And I like that in my main character. Now, see, the difference with that is like there are some main characters. Should I name them? I don't want to name them. But at the same time, I'm going to. Like, okay. Naruto, for instance. I can't think of any times he's like really been down, honestly. Hey yo, Dirty D. Like, Dirty D. Dirty D. Dirty D!
What?
Don't ignore me. Did you think of some times where Naruto's been down as a character aside from like 3 times, I guess, but he gets over it and never really comes back on it?
Gara dies, I guess.
I mean, yeah, but that's...
Learning about his parents.
It didn't really bring him down. Nothing really brings him down, and I can't relate to that. Even if somebody's really that retarded or dumb to like get through their life's problems without any, you know, falter or whatever, I can't relate to that, so I don't like that. And you're saying, my friend Mr. Sticky, he also said, compared to characters like Gin, Aizen, and all these big villains, Ginjo and all that, Ichigo doesn't seem that deep. Well, of course not. He's 17 years old. These villains are like hundreds of years old. You know, come on. I mean, Ichigo still maintains being, he's still interesting despite having the same move he gets into every fight with. You know, like, he still has different ways of reacting to the situation a lot. Like, Hueco Mundo Ichigo would have gone to Urahara for help during the Fullbring arc. Now, I mean, during the fucking Hueco Mundo arc, I fucked up. But during the Fullbring arc, he steered clear of this guy. He started to wonder, damn, maybe I shouldn't be trusting this dude. And let's all be honest here. Urahara is not the most trustworthy dude. He's like the Johnny Depp of Bleach. I look at him and I think, he's gonna backstab somebody. He's the smartest Bleach character, yet he pretends to be he pretends to just be like the most average guy, you know, all that stuff. But what is another reason I find Ichigo interesting? I don't know, it's just like he's an interesting person to watch. I like to see him get trolled by the main villains, you know, it's fun to see that shit sometimes. He makes it so he's relevant, but at the same time he doesn't outshine everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those main characters, like, he's so special. Oh, he was just so great. Like, he maintains being special, but at the same time, the side characters look good. And it'll show when people read this series, they look at Ichigo and think he's bland, when in fact he's not bland. It's just the side characters are made interesting because he doesn't overshadow them all the time. Even being Soul Society's only hope, supposedly, it was still fun to see characters like Yamamoto fight and stuff like that. And even though he lost, Kubo still makes a way to like have the side characters feel interesting. So I mean, don't think that because the side characters are interesting, Ichigo is necessarily boring. He's not the most interesting guy, but I mean, at the same time, he's nowhere near as old as them. It wouldn't make any sense for him to have the same amount of depth if he was about as old as a lot of characters in Soul Society. I mean, if he's not as old as them. So yeah, I guess that would be those are some points why I think he's a good main character. Now, if you like the main character that he can always get through his situations with guts and everything, I have no problem with that. I like characters like that too sometimes, but sometimes it gets boring to me, you know. Nothing really phases them. It's like, oh, so you're telling me if I save my girlfriend, the world's going to end? Well, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do it anyway. It's like, what? No conflict whatsoever? Are you fucking kidding me? It's like I'm looking at Superman with some shonen main characters, and I don't like that. That's boring. And I don't know, what else is it? What else do I want to address here? But like I was saying though, all of Ichigo's villains are at least like 100 years older than him. I don't know how old Ginjo is, but even he's older than he is, and he's obviously more fucked up. Or was fucked up if he's dead or not. I don't know how Kubo rolls anymore. But I mean, you gotta admit though, the guy is even if you think he's bland, he's surrounded by like interesting situations all the time. I mean, his whole family has the town he lives in is considered special by Aizen because of all the spiritual pressure that's around in there. And he was able to see ghosts since he was a kid. I mean, the guy has an interesting life, to say the least. But if you think he's bland, I guess that's something. I mean, I know there are a lot of fans out there who don't like him. He's like, he whines a lot. It's like, I mean, if you lost control of yourself and you turned into a killing machine right before your friends and possible love interest. Now I know you Rukia fangirls are gonna come out of the bushes and attack. Like, he doesn't love her. You don't know that. For all we know, Ichigo could be asexual. But anyway, I'm not gonna get into Bleach couples right now because that's like, whoo, that is a fucking train wreck. I have a friend, he wrote a Tatsuki fanfic, you know, Ichigo and Tatsuki. And the Rukia fangirls, they didn't take to it so well. They tried to kill this man. I saw it with my own eyes. It was the scariest shit I ever seen. It was like worse than the Team Bella shit. But anyway, what was I even talking about? I get sidetracked way too easily. I was talking about something here. I can't remember anyway. It probably wasn't important. But the point is, these are the reasons why I think Ichigo's a good main character to have. With the series and with a lot of interesting other side characters who you don't get bored of. And at the same time, the main character still remains interesting to an extent. Well, leave your comments and your opinions down on this video. I will, I guess, have a conversation with you guys, see how you guys feel about it. Wait, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, if you became a killing machine in front of your friends, and you don't know when it could come out again, you gonna tell me you're gonna be in a great mood? I don't think so. You gonna tell me you're gonna be in a great mood when you find out your mom isn't what you thought she was? I don't think so. I saw the people react to the last chapter talking about he's gonna become emo Ichigo again. If he does, so what? I'd be shocked if he didn't. But anyway, that's enough for today. So leave your comments and thoughts on the video. If I feel like responding, I will. You know how I do. I ain't got that many comments anyway, so I guess I'll respond, I guess. Yeah, I'm playing Assassin's Creed here. Assassin's Creed 3, yeah, I beat 2, so I'm playing 3, so if I don't respond, if I do, peace.